Xbox has been fighting an uphill battle all generation, from the lack of communication with their fans to the quality of their first party titles. This year's E3 was a disappointment to a lot of Xbox fans, and the spotlight was put on XO19. This is the Xbox version of PSX. A lot of people hoped to get the news that they wanted at E3 at XO19. Now, if you want to catch XO19 yourself, be sure to check into Mixer, YouTube. I'm sure a lot of people will be streaming the Inside Xbox. It will be on November the 14th at 3 p.m. Eastern. Microsoft needs to come to this event with decent announcements. Nothing huge, just something to give the fans that desperately want to know what the future looks like for Xbox. But at the end of the day, let's keep our expectations in check, because as much as they glorify this event, and it's not your regular Inside Xbox, but it is an Inside Xbox. Now, last year they announced Obsidian being purchased, and they announced Exiles being purchased. So they do like to announce really good information here. So it's no reason not to get hyped, but at the same time, let's keep our expectations in check. I would say that they're going to open up with Wasteland 3 with some new gameplay, and they're going to announce that it's co-op as well. And you know what? I think the biggest thing that we're going to see with Wasteland 3 is they're finally going to announce some form of release date. And if I were to bet, it was going to come out like the first half of next year, anywhere from January to maybe March. Ninja Theory announced Bleeding Edge earlier this year at E3. They have been doing weekly tests on the game and updating it regularly. However, one thing that we don't know about Bleeding Edge is the actual release date. I think they'll show some gameplay, maybe a new mode, or maybe even a single player to Bleeding Edge, and they'll end it with some form of release date, maybe a release date window. But I do think we will get a release date at XO19 for Bleeding Edge. So I know a lot of you ain't gonna like this next one. We're definitely seeing Sea of Thieves. It's not a secret. Rare and Microsoft they're really supporting Sea of Thieves. Being in Game Pass, I have a feeling that it constantly keeps a decent player size. Now, I know there's not a lot of microtransactions in terms of money to in-game currency, so I don't know if they really make a whole lot of money in terms of after it's been purchased or after the subscription for the Game Pass. But Microsoft did announce that this game was getting long-term support. And at the end of the day, you could say whatever you want about Microsoft, they supported this game. This game's been out since 2016. And it has had nothing but support. They have expansions. They've expanded on almost every aspect of this game. They gave it a story. They gave it more PvP aspects. And my hat's off to them, because as much as I don't like Sea of Thieves, this definitely is something that they're going to support. It's definitely going to be at XO. I think they're going to expand it, even more. Maybe make the map bigger. Maybe put different types of ships. Make different forms of AI. The sky's the limit with Sea of Thieves. I'm not really going to give any kind of prediction when it turns to what they could be doing in Sea of Thieves. If you guys want any type of related information to Sea of Thieves, go look it up on YouTube, because I don't have it for you, but I know it's going to be there. Now, as far as third party, we all know third party is going to be there. Third party makes a bulk of every event. It makes a bulk of E3, makes a bulk of XO. I don't know if it's at the PSX. I'm not really too familiar. I don't think I've ever really watched one of those. But we know that third party is going to be there, and we know Microsoft has third party content. I've heard rumors that they've got their hands on the next marketing deals, the Destiny. Maybe they'll do something with Destiny. I doubt it. I would expect more of a Dying Light scenario. Pretty much anything Microsoft's marketing at this point, you can see at this event. I don't know what it is. I'm pretty confident we're going to see Dying Light there, though. Now, here's the biggest portion of this video that I really want to stress about. Xbox and Aaron Greenberg shared a photo on Twitter, and I'm going to go ahead and put it up on the screen so we can discuss the info. Now, the first thing I want to direct your attention to is the big November 15th at the top of the page. Now, that tells me that this is after XO. Just wanted to point that out. Now, we're going to go ahead and talk about this 10:30 a.m. GTM. It's been redacted, so that's not even there. I don't know what that is. Obviously, it could be anything. But let's go ahead and skip down to Obsidian Entertainment. Now, I want you to notice, if you look down here at the Sea of Thieves, Bleeding Edge, and Wasteland 3, they have no issues saying games on here. So it's kind of interesting that Obsidian Entertainment is the only one that doesn't get a game. Now, I know that they just released Outer Worlds. Maybe it could be Outer Worlds DLC. But I feel like if it was Outer Worlds DLC, that would be on this chart. It's not. So it makes me think it's a new IP. Now, the biggest announcement I can see at this event is studio acquisitions. Every time they buy something, they make a huge big deal about it. Now, I have no clue what they could be buying. They've bought the majority of the companies that I would suggest them to buy. Sony just bought Insomniac Games, so that's clearly off the table now. I know there was a lot of intriguing information and rumors going around a couple months ago that IO Interactive was looking to be bought by Microsoft, or Microsoft was looking to buy them. Now, I do know that they make Hitman. I don't know if Microsoft would buy them to continue making Hitman, or they would have them make something entirely new. Microsoft is generally having them make whatever they want to make, so if they did buy IO Interactive, maybe they'd let them make a new IP or just continue on Hitman. But tell me what you guys think in the comment section. What studio you think they would buy? Now, there are a couple studios I see throwing around on Twitter. None of them I really felt was strong enough to bring in this video. But I'm curious to see what you guys have to say. We're definitely going to see xCloud at this in some form or fashion. I don't know exactly how they're going to do it, but they've been putting a lot of resources, time, power, so I doubt it won't be there in some form. Maybe we'll see some PUBG. Now, the reason I waited a little later is because they have a really good relationship with PUBG, and they seem to always show the next thing about PUBG. So I think it's a good 80% chance that PUBG is there. Now, they're probably going to show new controllers. I know people don't like when they show controllers. It's a completely different department. We don't have to, go extra hard on them because they're showing more accessories that people buy. Microsoft wouldn't keep making controllers if people would stop buying controllers. They're not going to put money into something they're not making money out of. And since Black Friday is right around the corner, I'd expect at least 2 bundles, maybe 2 on the S and 2 on the X, maybe a price reduction. They just did the Elite controller. Maybe they'll do an Elite controller bundle. So, we'll have to see, especially on that. Now, I know there's going to be bundles at this thing. I don't know what they're going to bundle with it. I don't know exactly what they're going to do with the bundles, but I can guarantee you almost 100% that there will be bundles at XO19. I generally believe that this is the best time to be an Xbox gamer. And the reason I believe that is because we're not getting your standard Halo, Gears, and Forza anymore. We're not getting a Halo 1 year, 2 years later, a Gears and Forza every year. Now we have surprises. They have way more studios. We have more opportunities to be surprised. Outer Worlds came out. Great hit. Where do you think Outer Worlds 2 is coming at? I bet it's going to be an exclusive. I don't know. Bleeding Edge came out. Regardless if that's your T or not, that was something new. Wasteland 3 is coming out. Regardless if you like those RTSs and like those turn-based strategy games, that's something new. We needed this as a platform. We needed a change. I mean, for a long time, it's like I said, it was the Halo, Gears, and Forza, and that's all. But now we have the Bleeding Edges coming out randomly. Outer Worlds did extremely well. It was critically acclaimed. It looks like it's sold well. Regardless where it's sold, people are loving this game. If a sequel comes out and it's on Xbox, people are going to gravitate towards it because of Xbox. You got Game Pass. Game Pass is a great value. It's going to be easy to sell consoles next gen because you don't have to continually buy games. If you want to, you can. But if you get a console, you 9 times out of 10, you're going to get a month of Game Pass for free right out the box, and you'll be right there with 200 plus games right there at your fingertips. And I think with all of that, Microsoft has a great future plan for them. Do I have my doubts? Of course. I still have my doubts, and I need to see the quality of games that these studios have. But you can't tell me that someone like Obsidian is going to go from making something like Outer Worlds to something like Lucky Tales. You're not going to convince me to do that, and it's not going to happen. But anyway, that's my XO predictions for 2019. Clearly, I ain't going to get everything right, you guys. I am not a psychic. But, put in the comment section what you guys believe. Do you think anything I said was right? Do you think anything I said was wrong? Do you have any personal predictions that you think's off the wall, stuff that I didn't get to? Because I try to keep in the realm of reality. I didn't want to go too crazy with my predictions because, like I said, it's just an inside Xbox. But I appreciate everyone for coming through. Like the video if you don't mind. Definitely shows the engagement, shows I'm on the right path. If you want to share the video to your friends on social media, I'd love my content get to as many people as possible. And until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.